Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back again to this session. Remember, this is another session on sentences or types of sentences used in sign language. Remember, in the previous two lessons, we talked about translation of sentences from the English word order to sign language. And what I did mention is that it's very important that we understand the language pattern and structures of both languages. That's the sign language and the English language. Because once we know that, we'll be able to identify and translate these sentences from English to sign language. Now, in this lesson, we are going to talk about types of sentences used in sign language. But most importantly, I want you to note on the following things. Number one, that when you look at the sentences in sign language, the one we have just learned in the previous lessons, when you look at these sentences carefully, you will realize that the way they are formed are quite different from other languages that you already know. So the language pattern and the language structures and how these sentences are put in sign language are quite different from any other language that we have already learned. Now, you will also understand that the articles like a, the, an do not actually exist in sign language, but rather I said those articles are used in signed exact English, of course, which I said it's not a language on its own, but it's a medium of conveying English as a language using signs, and that's a language to be used in schools for purposes of giving instructions to students. Now, there's something else that we have to understand, that in this lesson, we are going to identify different sentences found in Kenyan Sign Language and corresponding version in signed English. So we are going to talk about signed English, of course, which is English. We are going to have sentences in English and translate them to sign language. Now, what are some of the types of sentences used in sign language? We have two types of sentences, two main types of sentences used in sign language. And these types of sentences are the structural sentences and functional sentences. Structural sentences and functional sentences. We're actually going to discuss each of them in details. So the first one, we'll discuss about structural sentences. Structural sentences is further grouped into three. Number one, simple sentences, coordinate sentences, and lastly, complex sentences. These three form structural sentences. So structural sentences can be discussed in terms of the simple sentence, the coordinate sentences, and the complex sentences. Can we start looking at the simple sentences? What is a simple sentence and how is it formed and how is it translated from English to sign language? Now, for example, the main parts in a simple sentence, are one, the subject, the verb, and the object. Here is an example of a simple sentence. The cat drinks the milk. The cat drinks the milk. So the word cat is the subject. The word drinks is the main verb. And the word milk is the object. So we are saying the cat drinks milk is an example of a simple sentence. So a simple sentence in simple words, it means a sentence having the three parts. That's the subject, the verb, and the object. Remember one thing, that when you are translating these sentences, when you are writing these sentences, to show parts of the sentence in simple form, you must follow the English word order. You must follow the language pattern of English. Now, can we have examples of these sentences in English, the sign language, then how they are signed? Remember, we are discussing about structural sentences, and we are talking about the first category of structural sentences, which is simple sentences. And one of the example of simple sentence, or one of the main thing that you have to know about simple sentence, we have said, is that it has three main parts. It has the subject, it has the verb, and it has the object. Now, such simple sentences can be like this. Number one, in English, the cat drinks milk. The cat drinks milk. In sign language, we will put it like this. But before we put it, you must identify the parts of that sentence, the subject, the object, and the verb. Where, in which position are they appearing? So that when it comes to sign language, you obey the language pattern of object, subject, and verb. So we have said the word cat is the subject, and the word drinks is the verb, and milk is the object. So in sign language, it will be milk, cat, drinks. Milk, cat, drinks. Now remember, in sign language, I said that we don't have s added to a word. A word should appear in its appropriate form. Therefore, it will be so inappropriate to say the milk cat drinks. So inappropriate. The correct form of this sentence should be milk cat drink. Milk cat drink. And this is how it's signed. The milk is this one, and cat is this, and drink is this one. But now when it comes to an action of the cat drinking milk, you drink exactly how a cat can take milk when it's given. So this is how we'll sign it. Milk, cat, that's drinking. That is drinking for the cat. The cat will never drink milk like this unless it's your own cat. I've never seen this. The cat will never. So the cat takes milk like this. Like that. So we will say milk, cat, like that. That means the cat drinks milk, or the cat is drinking milk. That's it. That's how we put it in sign language. The next sentence here is the boy kicked the ball. The boy kicked the ball. So the word kicked is a verb. It's indicating that the action has taken place. Therefore, in this sentence, we must use the word past. I have said the word kicked is the main verb showing that an action has taken place. Therefore, we must use the word past. So in English, we will say past, ball, boy, kick. Past, ball, boy, kick. So this is how we sign. Past, past, ball. Again, past, ball, or ball. So we go past, ball, boy, kick. Like that. We go past, ball, boy, kick. Like that. That's how we put it in sign language. The next sentence is he washed the car. He washed the car. He washed the car. So the word he is a pronoun taking the position of the subject. Washed is the main verb, and the car is the object. Therefore, we'll say past car he wash. Past car he wash. We sign like this. Past car he. You don't wash like this. This is washing clothes. So you should have just to be very careful, and you have to apply, you have to show this action the way it happens in the real life situation. So you don't go on washing the car like this. Which car? So the car is washed like this. So that's why we are saying in a sentence like he washed the car, you'll say past car he wash. Past car he washed, like that. That's how we put it in sign language. Now the last sentence in this topic is John danced at the feast. John danced at the feast. So John is the main subject, danced is the main verb, and feast is taking the position of the object. So how are we going to write this one in sign language? Because of the word danced, which is showing that something happened, we are going to say past feast John dance. So this is how we sign. We go past feast John dance, like that. So we go past again, past feast John danced, like that. So we say past feast John dance. Past feast John dance, like that. So that means you are showing that John danced in the past, or in the feast that took place. So this is something, this is a sentence that has already happened. Now it might appear so hard or difficult for you to translate these sentences from one language to another. That's from English to sign language. But believe me, when you practice these sentences, and when you listen or when you watch over and over this video, you are going to know how to translate these sentences. And remember one thing, if you fail to translate these sentences, then it means you cannot interpret. You can communicate in sign language, yes, but you cannot interpret. Because these are some of the words or sentences we're going to meet during the process of interpretation. Therefore, we have to practice. We have to put in more effort in order to master this language. See you in the next lesson.